What is up, guys? I here from Apprichord production. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are safe at home, got your hands all clean and sanitized. As you all know, Singapore has already launched like a new, I wouldn't say a full lockdown, but I think it's like a mini lockdown, where earlier on entertainment venues were closed or rather shut down, and now we've implemented something more serious, I would say. The government in Singapore has already implemented this thing called the circuit breaker. So what this circuit breaker is that most of the stores in Singapore, or rather business owners that are non-essential, they will be closed. That's inclusive of schools, that's inclusive of entertainment venues, which we already know, even like cinemas as well. What else? Enrichment programs, those are all closed as well. Education services are pretty much shifted to online lessons, whereby it's good and bad as well. That's one of the move. Places like that has F&B involved, no longer are you supposed to dine in. You're supposed to take out all your food, meaning that you cannot dine in and have your lunch or dinner over there. You got to, in Singapore terms, you say you go to tapao lah, basically. We don't have the luxury of going out and meeting up with people and all that, so we are trying to isolate ourselves. That is partially what the whole idea of that circuit breaker is. So currently, some of the citizens in Singapore consider this as a lockdown, but if you ask me, it's not really a lockdown. I would see it as a mini lockdown. Alright, since we are in the midst of this mini lockdown that is going to happen really soon, or rather today, so I'm going to be at home most of the time, right? And I've watched some YouTubers in America, people like Peter McKinnon, people like Maddie, Hapoja, Chris and Becky. Those people are actually staying in America, or some of them are staying in Canada actually. They are all locked down at home already. They can't really do much. So what they actually did was they tried new hobbies or find new hobbies to kind of keep themselves sane, I would say, at home. Some of them started to work out a little bit more. People like Maddie, who I'm a huge fan of. He doesn't really run, but he's starting to do regular runs right now, and he's like a true inspiration for me to keep doing vlogs like this, because I look up to him. And people like Peter McKinnon, who is also friends with Maddie, he himself is actually trying his best to be disciplined, you know, when he needs to upload stuff and create content for his channel. He has a really pretty funny way of going to work. Currently there's I think 2 or 3 people there working in his office, I'm not really sure, but he has his editor, so they never come across path with each other when both of them need to be at the office, because in their country, I heard that, you know, if you're in the office alone, you're fine, but if there's more than 1 or 2 people, you got to practice social distancing. So Peter McKinnon actually kind of take it to the next level. It's just being safe, I would say. It's not being paranoid about stuff, but you know, in his video, he mentioned that he would never cross path with his editor. If both of them need to be at the office, one of them has to wait outside and the other one will be inside to do their stuff and all that. And then when the other person outside is waiting, need to get his stuff doing, the person inside will go out and, you know, still practicing that 1 meter distancing, and then go into his car, and then the guy who is waiting outside will slowly make his way inside the office. So I find it a bit hilarious, but I mean, it's good content to kind of watch and laugh. I probably learn from it, you know, even though it's funny and a bit overboard, but I think it's a very good practice. You know, he's being responsible. He doesn't want to spread any of the virus around if he has, but I doubt that he's infected by it. But that's the thing about the virus. The thing about this COVID-19, right, is that you wouldn't know that you have it in you. Even if you do, you might not show any signs or symptoms of the virus immediately. It sometimes happen along maybe in a course of 14 days or more, and then you'll realize that, oh shit, I'm feeling a bit feverish, or I'm having like a really itchy cough and all that. You can never be sure. So in order to minimize that, also called what they say, flatten the curve here. In order to like so-called flatten the curve, right, you got to kind of isolate yourself from crowded areas and all that. it's a precaution, I would say. But keeping your hands clean and all that, everybody knows that you got to keep your hands clean all the time, no matter if there's a pandemic or not. Your hands are really important when it comes to keeping it clean, because it kind of picks up a lot of germs easily, and your face as well. That's where we all fall sick. Just keep that in mind and be safe. With regards to following all of my YouTube creators, right, I told myself maybe I should start doing something as well, because I'm gonna be at home most of the time, and I don't like to be at home almost every day. You know, I like to get out once in a while. But of course, we got to practice our social distancing. Yeah, so I was thinking, okay, most of the places that I go to are like venues, like entertainment venues where there's a live band. I love going to all these type of places. Unfortunately, they are all closed, so I got to find something else. I have a few hobbies that I've been doing when I was a lot younger, but due to the fact as I got older and time is a bit more precious on my side, I kind of put them aside. I didn't really continue with my hobbies. Two of my hobbies were doing mixed martial art. I was doing a lot of Muay Thai and a lot of Jiu-Jitsu back in my earlier days, and I stopped because of the fact that things were getting a little bit out of hand on my side with regards to work. My time didn't allow me to do it. Every time when I go for training, right, my body gets hurt so bad, and I work at night. I'm more of a night owl kind of person, and when I was working back then, my night shifts were pretty intense. So if I were to work out in the day and go to work at night, my whole body would just be in pain. You know what I mean? Be screaming in pain from the earlier workout. Yeah, a lot of people might say that, yeah, that's alright, you know, just stretch out or warm down your muscles, or you know, do a little bit of yoga here and there, or a little bit of stretching will help. Yeah, it does. I do not deny that at all. However, there's only so much you can stretch, you know what I mean? The recovery stage will take much longer when you get older. When you're a lot younger, right, you kind of recover fast. Now, whenever you kind of do any kind of sports, you're always thinking about not getting hurt, because once you do, right, it will take a freaking long time to recover from it, and that really sucks, especially when you got things to do. So that was my first interest that I developed when I was a lot younger. And my second interest was doing a lot of longboarding. When I was in my 20s, I would say mid-20s, I developed an interest on longboarding due to a friend of mine who is a performer as well. And he's no longer staying in Singapore. But I'd like to give a shout out to Mr. Idham Budiman, or by the name Budi from Wicked Aura. So shout out to you, bro. He actually introduced me to longboard, and I was hooked to it. He actually brought me down on the first hill that was located near his place. He actually asked me to skate down the hill and catch some speed, basically. So with that said, right, I have a few boards at home that's been collecting dust. I took one out today to make my way here in the office, and I decided to clean it up and just probably roll on it and work on some moves, I would say. A bit rusty though, don't really have the proper shoes for it, but I'm gonna do it. Just do it! Kind of kickstart this whole thing, and then hopefully the interest develops in the future, because I'll probably be very, very bored at home. At least I can go out alone, not with friends, alone, to do a little bit of skating, do a little bit of exploring. Since the fact that there's not a lot of people going out anyway, right, I think it's a good opportunity for longboarders to go out and kind of explore by themselves, you know. So let's go! Not so bad. So that was the cross step. A little bit rusty. My shoes are not the right shoes, and they're kind of fat right now. I got to use like smaller shoes, because as I cross step, from what you see in the video just now, they kind of bang on each other. so I probably got to change my shoes maybe in the near future or something whenever I'm doing longboarding. So now I'm going to try to combo my cross step with the Peter Pan, and then we'll see from there if I'm doing fine, if I progress better, then I'll maybe up the ante a little bit, try to mix it up a little bit. Okay, let's go, Peter Pan! As I thought. I think my left leg is a little bit weak, but I think I'll just keep going. Kind of lose my balance whenever I'm landing on my left leg, so I just need to work on that a little bit more. Let's go! Basically what I'm trying to do is, so the idea is to, when you are cross-stepping your left leg, instead of going to the front, you crisscross like that. I would not go over here on the front part. I will bang it more to the side and then followed by my right leg, go across. So it's going to be like that. That is the movement. So I think for now I'm just going to try to do a cross step and just one Peter Pan, see how it goes. If I can nail that in like, I don't know, a few tries, then I should check that out. And then it's just a matter of trying to improve myself on it, and hopefully it gets better over time. So I'm just gonna keep going and then see where I can kind of take these two steps or these two tricks to where I usually bring it to. I don't know how it's gonna be, but I kind of built a couple of times. I hit the board near a freaking pillar, this one. Luckily, it was okay. Imagine if that was a car. Oh my god. Can't imagine, probably gonna dent the bumper or something like that. So yeah, on to practicing again. Let's go! Did it. So I managed to do a cross step to a Peter Pan, a normal Peter Pan. I didn't continue it, but there were moments I actually tried to do a couple of Peter Pans. Some of it successful, some of it not really successful, but it's better than nothing. I honestly thought that I'm not gonna do it so fluently, but I think, yeah, your boy still got it. So I'm gonna keep trying and probably gonna freestyle right now and see what other tricks I can come up with, or rather can combo with. Let me catch my breath first. Drink some water, man. Damn, son! Anyway, it's time to pack up. Usually I wouldn't just give up just like that, but I'm racing against time and I don't want to spend too much time, like try to force it out. This board is pretty darn heavy, and I forgot how heavy it was. I have a few longboards at home, much shorter ones, my first board was a drop-through calf, and it was bamboo board, and it has a very nice flex to it. I have like a exact carbon copy of that drop calf, but in a stiff board version, so the board doesn't flex as much. Well, compared to this loaded dancer, which is 55 inch and it's super flexy. It's very hard to maneuver or kind of control the board a little bit, and I'm using different kind of trucks right now. I'm using more of a carby truck, and the trucks that I'm using, they are called Paris trucks. It's a good truck for doing stuff like this, dancing and maybe a bit of freestyling here and there, because of the nice high angle of carving, and you want to have that on your dancing setup. But if you're going downhill in a very fast speed, right, you should tighten up the trucks, because you need as much stability as you can. And if your trucks are really loose, you'll start to get speed wobbles on your leg, which is very dangerous. You might bail out. You have a high chance of bailing out and getting into an accident. So with regards to this board, it's damn heavy. Certain tricks are pretty hard to accomplish, but the overall idea of it was to get back my dancing skills again, and this board is a good training board to do it. He has a very long dancing floor on the board, so to speak. It's 55 inch, so plenty of room to do all your dancing tricks on it. That's why I went with this, and on top of it, it's been hanging in my room for quite a long time, so I didn't really pay much attention to it. So I felt like I should bring it out and just, have a little fun with it. So I'm gonna call it a night. Then let's go back to the office and maybe cool off a bit, have a bit of, probably hydrate myself. My whole shirt is like wet right now. I know you can't see it, but it's like drenched all the way to here. And I don't want to start with my bag. My bag is like probably really wet right now. I remember seeing a vending machine here somewhere. See whether if I can find it. There it is. Over here. That's nice. Some of my drink. Okay, look at this. It's already like dented from the fall just now. Look at my cap, man. Look, so so wet. I didn't notice this, no? Even here, it's like Finn took a piss. So yeah, just be healthy, guys. Stay in shape. It's not gonna be easy for me, but I will try my best to create more content for you guys, because I know you guys will be stuck at home. Well, at least if I can deliver some nice content for you guys to just watch and get your mind off from this pandemic for just a few minutes, I think that'll be great. So keep at it, guys. Be vigilant, be safe, and of course, be responsible. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you like what you see. If you do, don't forget to hit that like button, followed by the subscribe button next to it. And also, don't forget to hit the bell notification icon so that you can get future uploads of what's coming next. I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye!